Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga, and as you can see, this is not a yoga class. Instead, I'm going to show you something that I really enjoy. Now, not only do I teach yoga, but I also enjoy being quite creative. And I especially enjoy being creative on my electronic devices like my iPad here. I use it for so many things. I edit photos on here, I edit my yoga videos, I love to read on my iPad, and now I'm getting into writing and a whole lot more. My latest discovery is creating digital planners. And since I'm a yoga instructor, I've actually created a digital yoga class planner. It allows me to write down my ideas and intentions for a class, props, all that I need. I can write down my sequences that I'm going to be using, and then it becomes a great reference so I can look back at what I've taught in the past. So this has been a wonderful tool for me as a yoga teacher, and I wanted to share my yoga class planner with other yoga instructors like you. If you happen to be into the technical side of things like I am, you might enjoy this medium. But before we get into the actual planner, let me first talk about the digital planner, what it is, and the benefits of using this type of planner. Now, what is a digital planner? Well, a digital planner is actually a PDF, which is just a document format, but it has hyperlinks. And so hyperlinks are just digital buttons that you can tap. And they take you to different sections of your document or program. And what's really cool about a digital planner is that they're very customizable. It just means that you can do so much with it. For example, they're reusable. So even though I've written things here, I can actually duplicate these pages without all the writing there and use it over and over and over again. So it's a way of not wasting paper, just like you might when you're creating just a regular written journal. Also in written journals, people are also getting very, very creative. And so they've got their journals, really thick books, they use stickers, they post and stick photos, colors, they use templates, all these things that they want to enhance their experience. You can do the exact same thing and even more on your digital planner. Another nice thing about a digital planner is that it's portable. You can always have it with you. Now, I use an iPad, and this is the iPad Pro, but you can even use an iPad Mini, which is a little smaller, or you can even use your iPhone, which is even smaller, just to have a little reference so you can just carry it around with you without having a bulky book to carry around. Now, here's what you might need to actually use your digital planner. This is what I use, and this seems to be the most popular. I actually use a program that's called GoodNotes 5. And you can find that in the App Store, and it's about $7.99. Now that might seem like a lot of money, but I think it's totally worth it. And there's no subscriptions or memberships. You pay once and you've got it. And it's really just a great note-taking app as well, but it's also a great device because you can use these hyperlinked PDF yoga journals like this. And like I said, I'm using an iPad Pro, which is kind of a larger one. Actually, this is the 11-inch iPad Pro, so it's a little smaller. It's kind of like the size of a piece of legal pad paper. Or you can even use an iPad Mini, which is much smaller and even more portable. And I'm using the second generation Apple Pencil right here. I like this one because it just has some different functions compared to the first generation. But if you have an iPad Mini, unfortunately you can't use the updated or second generation Apple Pencil. You'll have to use the first generation if you're using the iPad Mini, and this is what I have here. But for this, I'm going to be using my iPad Pro with my Apple Pencil. And that's all you need. Download the planner to your device, open it up in GoodNotes 5, got your pencil, and you're ready to go. If you're unfamiliar with GoodNotes 5, let me just give you a quick tutorial on some of the functions that you would use if you're using a yoga class planner. So I've opened my planner and it's in GoodNotes 5. And I can swipe to get to different pages, or because I'm in the clickable or readable function of the program, I can just tap to get to where I want. If I was actually going to be writing, because you can see I can't write anything right now when I'm in the read mode, so I have to go up here, and you can see there's a pencil that's kind of circled. That means that I'm in the reader mode, but if I tap that, I go into kind of the creative mode, and that allows me to actually write. So I'm going to go back to reader mode, click my home button, and that takes me back to my index here. Let's go to notes. Actually, let's go to my index. I'm just going to tap that, and there's my index. And this is some things that I've written here. Here's some classes that I've actually planned and written in the past. So if I was going to add to this, I'm going to tap my pencil that's circled. Now it's crossed out, meaning I can now write and create. And I can just use my pencil and I can start writing. I can tap up here to choose the color of my pen. If I made a mistake, I tap my eraser mode up there and I can erase what I've done. But if you've got the second generation Apple Pencil, you have a special function here. For example, let's say I start writing here and I don't like what I wrote. I can actually double tap my pencil and it's changed quickly to the eraser, and I can use the eraser, and once I've lifted it, it goes right back to writing mode. I have different pen styles. I'm just going to make that a little thicker. And let's imagine I'm going to be writing my 11th class here that I'm going to be doing today. Now, this may seem a little small, and of course, because of the swiping, see, you can make this bigger so that you can write more legibly, and it writes right on the glass. Just like that. And then you can just make it smaller, and there it is. So that's just the main function. So that's your pen, you can write right on the glass, you can use that eraser. There's even a highlighter. So here's the highlighter mode. You can choose a color over here. You can choose the size of that pen, and maybe you want to highlight. And if you hold it, it'll kind of snap and make a nice straight line. You can even make shapes if you wanted to box something in. I'm going to tap that. Let's say I just want to make a box. That doesn't look very good. If I hold that, it'll snap right into that box. If I don't want that there, there's a back button, undo, and it disappears. There's a loop button, and this is really cool too. So I can tap that, and all this really does is allows me to circle some objects or even some text on the screen and move it and resize it. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. I have my loop function there, and I can circle this right there, and then I can actually move this to a different part of the page. And if I tap it, I get some functions here. I can resize it and even make that bigger if I wanted to, and continue to move it. I can even tap it again, change the color. Let's say I want to make that blue. So we have all this customizable ways to have fun with your digital planning. You can add photos. Let's say I wanted to add a photo. I would click the photo icon at the top here, and you'll get kind of the things that are most recent in your photo library. That's just a picture there I found of a little cactus. And there, the picture just pops up onto the screen. I can make that smaller. But you can see it's just this big rectangle. And so what I could do is actually resize that. If I tap that again, I get a crop function right there. And then I can crop that picture, just making it a little smaller, just like that. Click done, and there's my photo. If I just want a free-handed version of that, I can crop, and I have a free hand, and I can take my stylus and just kind of circle right around there. Click done. And it just cuts out exactly what I want there. So this makes for fun stickers and things like that that you want to put on your page. And you don't have to only write, you can also use text. So let's tap the text function here. Tap where you want to place your typewriter basically. Down here, it's still in pencil mode, but if I tap that, I can see the typewriter function, and then there's my typewriter. And then I can type what I want. Move that typewriter out of the way, and I can choose different fonts. I can double tap that. Over here, at the top here, I can choose a font style. I can change the color. I can change the size. So again, you have all this functionality when you're using your digital journal. So a lot of fun. If you'd like to download this very simple to use digital yoga class planner, all you have to do is visit johncottrell.com. The link is in the description below. Go to the products page, and there you will find the digital planner. Add to your cart. Then go to the checkout page. Check out. Here you'll enter your email address, payment information, and you'll get to review your purchase. Click the purchase button. Your purchase includes digital downloads. Once your order is confirmed, you'll see the download button here, and you'll get to download your yoga teacher journal. It will download as a PDF in its own URL. Once it's downloaded, tap the Share button up in the right-hand corner. You'll want to add it to GoodNotes. Be sure you've downloaded GoodNotes to your iPad. Import as a new document, and there it is. If you'd like to watch a walkthrough on how to effectively use your new digital yoga class planner, click the link in the description to watch that video. If you have any questions about the planner or how to download it, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video and how to use a digital yoga class planner. See you on the yoga mat.